go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
everyone who danced the workshop this morning or earlier today, learning the polka. We're going to put some of that polka to work in a specific Finnish dance. And so what I'd like you to do is grab a partner and stand in a big ring like we did during Rick and Carol's polka teaching session. Generally, leaders are on the center inside of the ring, follows on the outside of the ring. Yeah, that way. Yeah. So the name of this dance is called raatikko, which is a Finnish word that means to raatikko. And it was a mountain where they took all the older women who were no longer part of the marriage pool, and they'd stash them up on the mountain so they wouldn't interfere with the younger men who were trying to get married. And so the dance kind of imitates that motion, and there's a promenade up the hill and then slide back down the hill because, of course, the women don't really want to be stuck up there on that mountain and turned into witches, as it were. So, of course, this is 2020 and not 1880, so it could be that you're pushing the old men up there nowadays, too. It's equal opportunity. Rick and I will demonstrate the promenade and the slide back down the hill. So it's two of those, up and back and up and back, and then there's a section of just polka. So if you learned how to polka with Rick and Carol, you can just do that for the polka part. If you know what you're doing, you can spin around faster. If you're moving slower, kind of move to the inside of the ring, and if you're moving faster, it's useful to be on the outside of the ring. So the promenade is like this. If you were doing high folk dancing, you'd have your loose hand on your hip, but we're not performing or getting judged, so you can just leave your loose hand free. And you walk 8 steps, and then you turn and face each other, palms together, and you slide back down the hill. We would do this in the line of dance, of course, rather than into the circle. If we were performing it, we might choreograph it so that everybody go into the circle and then back out. But for our purposes of social dancing, we'll just go around like that. The other thing I should have mentioned earlier is this dance is still quite popular in communities where there's a large amount of Finnish Americans, particularly in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And I've heard people say that, boy, they only dance raatikko one time a night. What a bummer. So, treat for you guys. So if you want to all practice it, we'll do the promenade. Stand next to your partner in the line of dance. I'll kind of mimic the melody while we do this so you get the idea. We're going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Now turn and face your partner, palms together, and slide back down. Da, 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 da. Now turn back, promenade up again. We're going to try and put those people on the mountain one more time. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And then from there, you get into your dance hold, and you would polka in the line of dance. Da 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 da, and then back to the promenade. I can't remember. Do you do the polka 16 or 8? Is that
the first part is just
one? Okay, so just 8 looks like. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah. Anyone totally confused about what's happening? And the last thing is, it starts with the polka, not the promenade. We're ready.
Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Promenade. Slide back down. Promenade again. Slide back down. Great. You guys are awesome. Polka. Promenade. Slide back down. Promenade. And back down. And polka. Yeah, it does. What do you say?
All right, great dancing. Thank you, Katrina.
Here we go. In G.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jim Reidy, Stefan Senders, Jason Koski, Annie Campbell, and Harley Campbell over there.
Rich Koski! Rich Koski!
Thank you.
The
TOiVO.
winningest man in show business, Rich Koski.
Come again, next time change.